Okay, so... Wait, her arm? What's that thing mean? What does that mean? What is it, tentacle monster? What's under it? So we're in Byzantium.
It's nothing personal. I'm just not the touchy-feely type.
Oh, well, that sucks. Alright, let's help Ellie out, and we want to get back to Parvati, and then... Let's try to
You gotta
finish this
stop
up here,
taking things
folks.
so personal. You're setting yourself up for a letdown.
I mean, it's not that I want to get back to playing Paladins in Overwatch, it's just... I don't want to play two games at once, especially two big roleplay. Like, I basically just play role-playing games. And there was a discussion about what goes on with these developers when it comes to developing AAA titles that are hours and hours long, and they complain that they don't make enough profit on the games that, you know, it takes about $80 to $150 million to make these games. I'm going, yeah, because you're making them into big movies. You're making them into AAA movie titles. So since you're making them into AAA movie titles cost hundreds of millions of dollars to at least...
But what would they be
How do I
doing
get in here?
And how did they ever get permission to that?
To at least $200
You and your pen pal seem to be
million
getting
dollars or
along.
$50 million to make. So since you're trying to make movies where you're paying
When you say
actors
it like
and
that, it
actresses
sounds
and you're
stupid.
doing motion
Whoa,
capture and shit,
take it
guess what?
easy.
It's going to
Didn't
cost a
realize
lot
you
of
were
fucking
so
money.
wrapped up.
And because it's going to cost us a lot of money to make these, stop making fucking movies. Just have developers develop CGI and make fucking games, man. God, I don't understand. Why can't you just make games? Why do you have to make it so much more than it really is? They're just games. Just have fun with them, man. Have fun with life. And everything has to be a deep, personal... Oh. Everything has to be a deep, personal, intricate look at yourself. I don't care about you. Especially when your games suck. And God, some of these games suck. So many games I've played in the last few years are just complete garbage. This one's pretty good. I mean, you can do satire. You can do... God almighty, I want you. You could do political idealisms and stuff. You can do that, but as long as the game is fun. Like, this has a very interesting take on how the corporations rule our lives. It's an interesting take. It's a fun game.
If I spit,
You know, it's funny. It's sad how people live, how we're forced to live, but it's still...
I guess we're going to Fallbrook.
Oh. Damn it. Alright, hold on. Before we do anything, let me go to... Oh, yeah, that. I don't think I'm going to do that. I think we're going to just kind of wrap this up.
something to see at Earth Assault Cruiser land here.
Don't
This is how I get with these games. Like, sooner or later, it's... Alright, whatever. I'm at a high enough level. Let's wrap this up. Where are we going?
Why can't something exciting happen around here for once?
nothing wrong with stability. It means everything's running like clockwork.
Where is this?
Do you ever want a little fun?
But really, I'm so sick and tired of these game developers not understanding what your purpose is. Your purpose is to make games. Make fun games and experiences. Make fun games. If you can't do that, then you don't deserve to have the living that you have. And I don't understand
If I spit, think I can hit that mechanical down there?
how you have such abusive tendencies, and it's a... God, I want you. You're talking about making games. There it is. Okay, good. Shouldn't that be fun? It's like 61 when Mickey Mantle said, if you can't have fun playing baseball, there's something wrong with you. I mean, it's like, if you can't have fun making video games, the fuck is your problem? Dude, anytime you developers want to change places, you come right over to my fucking side of the school, alright? You come over to my side of the school. What's up, Carmen? Hey, baby.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone.
That's me, baby.
Shh. No names, okay?
Love you.
The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
I have eyes on you, baby.
Yeah, that's my codename for, you know, our mutual friend.
How about a code name for what's in my pants?
Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in his estate, which is heavily guarded. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence.
An intelligence group that
Some of the
dislikes
guys hang
intelligence?
around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
That place is still open? I used to study there during medical school.
I want you.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking.
Stick a knife in him when I ain't looking, then burn their fellas to the ground.
Just
That's just crazy talking.
afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him.
Can you imagine affording to be a recluse, you know, like living like we're living now, just all the
Not
time?
how many times we've been shot at?
What work specialists, huh? Our mutual friend is really branching out. I've always been fascinated by birds. If
I have a bird that keeps attacking me when I walk by an area.
thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
Here we got 11 flavors of terror rays and not much else. That kind of variety? I mean, gosh. Seems almost impossible.
Stop trying to put the moves on our Pavati.
Is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium,
Let's move this right along while I speak to this woman
even
for
though we
40
get
minutes.
ships in all the time.
Trust me, anyone with a lick of sense gets out of here as soon as possible.
I want to put my lips all over you.
People don't. In fact,
One thing I have to say about this game, it's got women in it. Lots of
doesn't
women.
that seem strange?
Not all of them are extremely attractive, but they're there.
And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes, after all.
Nice.
But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got.
I bet your repair folks couldn't find parts. Back in Edgewater, I'd have to take something apart just to put another thing back together.
Might have been the paperwork. Here, you have to append forms to your forms, and law help you if there's a single dash out of place. At first, management put up an out-of-order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium.
Well, if I can make $1 off what's supposed to happen, it never happens.
They can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box. What else aren't they fixing?
Your salaries.
I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Oh, that's right, I asked you about that. I lost my mind for a second because somebody had to drive. Level 25! Yeah! Get my hack up. Ellie's got a poik. Let's see. Already, compatibility. That. And then body. should probably do that for each one of you because you keep going melee range. Alright, let me guess, back upstairs? I mean, I should have talked to her before I went upstairs. Well, I think that went well. Anyway, so... what's happening, huh? Hanging? Can we have sex now, Ellie?
Wouldn't it be something to see an Earth assault cruiser land here?
Wouldn't it be nice? Alright, so this is his code. Hello, wealthy citizen.
I only wish they weren't showing so many Spacer's Choice ads.
Why are there so many places that are closed off to society?
Rizzo's Purple Berry Touch. A soft sour candy shop aromas. Purple berry flavored center.
Does that thing have a chef's hat? Hey, folks. Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey, stand back, you.
You baloney, you make me
Bill,
well.
and that means you gotta keep 5 feet back at all times.
I thought it was because of nothing.
Of course not. But I'm not on the job right now. The others took me out to celebrate on account of me just getting hired and all. He's basically the most important person in the colony, which makes me the most important guard in the colony. Yeah. That means I got a key to the minister's estate, my own personal UDL-issued shotgun. They don't give those out to just anyone. Yep, I've nearly made it to the top, my friend. I'm just 2 promotions away from on-the-job bathroom breaks.
Always fun to have those.
That's a great idea! I'll have a Spectrum vodka.
Captain, I can smell him from clear over here. I reckon he's had a fair number already.
That's the point, my
Sure
guy.
have, because today's my big day.
He's got powerful good ears, too.
And a powerful thirst. You have a Spectrum vodka for a new pal?
I probably do.
Cheers to me.
I did.
Hey, you were really great. Have I told you that? We should be friends.
I thought we were, pal.
Listen to me, I'm soaked. I should probably slow down before I'm face down on the tile somewhere. Who am I kidding? I could have another. You got another?
Do I? Sure.
It's not every day you get the dream job, right? Wow. You
Oh,
got,
sorry.
like, this crazy energy. Has anyone ever told you that? You're like a Manosaur. You got a Manosaur energy.
What the
Oh,
hell?
lost. I gotta stop. I'm seeing at least 2 of you. I really shouldn't. I'll have the worst hangover tomorrow if I don't stop.
Nonsense. You've got another in you. Doctor's orders.
And she's a gorgeous one, too.
I can't argue with that.
How do I have this many?
Yeah. Was that one supposed to taste like Purple Berry Crunch? Or am I just tasting breakfast? I don't feel so good. I think I'm gonna be sick.
It's better in Divinity Original Sin 2 when you just hear the woman screaming out, "Oh, Lucian, save me!" Nice, he died. Cool. Alright. I mean, I think I killed him. I don't know. Okay. How do I get over there? Not that way.
Remember that stranger I saw on the
I really cannot wait till I start, till I become good enough at Divinity Original Sin 2 that I can get through the game and play it for you guys on the It's on Switch Man channel. That is gonna be great. Yeah, it'd be great. Lumberg, fucker. I mean, it just says the guy's name is Lumberg, so. Anyway, I mean, that was from 2,000
That's one right there.
missions ago. Hortense. Oh, poor Aunt Hortense. Hey guys, how you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, anyway.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
Oh yeah, we're in good terms.
That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those couriers from HPS. Minister Clark's a private man, and you're asking too many questions.
Oh, for God's sakes. I have his key. Oh, I don't have an ID card? So there was no point in me getting the key at all. I thought I got the guy's ID card, didn't I?
I'm on my legally allotted break. Really, I'm supposed to be here.
Why do we have to transition to the parcel service? Oh yeah, we gotta get the chemicals, right? Imagine if this was the end of the game. If it had been, if it were, was. Hey, baby. How you doing? I can just walk here. Olive! Ooh, hey.
Midnight oil, are we? The Halcyon Parcel Service's work is never done. Welcome to Halcyon Parcel Service. Deliveries guaranteed within standard margins of accuracy.
You are just beautiful.
We do, in fact, have a parcel here for a Mr. Clark, Minister. You're not an official member of the Halcyon Parcel Service team. That means you'll have to sign a release form.
You got it.
Oh, I'd have to submit a request for a release form, and then wait for a receipt for my request of a release form. Then you'd have to make an appointment.
Can we just make out?
Couldn't say. We've got a backlog, and I'm planning on retiring in the next 35 years, but I could give my successor a memo on your behalf.
Can we just make out?
You're welcome to lodge a complaint in our suggestion box. Actually, no. We're still waiting on our delivery of a new suggestion box. You'd do that?
I'd do anything for you. I'd do you if you want.
No, a positive review from the minister would go a long way in my semi-monthly employment audit. Here's your parcel, to be delivered to Mr. Clark, Minister. Law speed.
Love you. Absolutely love you. Alright, so let's go do that now. Looked like I was gonna have to shoot people. You know, I don't like shooting people. In real life. Video games, yeah, all the time. Again, there are creatures in this planet, in this universe, that resemble creatures in ours. Don't think it works like that. I was watching someone playing through Journey to the Savage Planet, which is on the Switch as well. It's almost like a Metroid Prime with a lot of corporate humor as well. People are harping on the corporate thing because it relates to us, to us common folk.
I've always loved
You know the sad thing about economies and concepts is that men suck, so we keep making things worse. So instead of making things better, like unions, great idea. We protect each other, we work together, blah, blah, blah. My problem is men get involved, they become corrupt. So you have corporations. What a great idea. Everyone can be rich, everyone can make good money. It's just that men run them and they get corrupt. I have a
Must be joking. Our fair city is being overrun.
almost a morbid curiosity to speak to Hortense. Hey, how you doing? Guess what I got?
There's nothing to see here. Move along.
Oh, there's you.
Pissing us off already? This feels familiar.
Ma'am, please don't cause a scene.
I want you to know I'm holding back for your sake.
You can hold something else if you
Do
want.
you have any actual business here, or...?
I've got a package.
Yeah? Let's see it.
Hey, package.
Looks like your papers are in order. All right. Go on through.
Thank you. I got that key for no reason. Don't shoot me, please. So do I. Yoink. Hey, package. I found out that Duke Nukem 3D is on the Switch. The new one I didn't mind so much. The original one was pretty funny. Hey guys.
How did you get in here?
Hey, how you doing?
You're not one of my guards. What are you doing here?
Package.
Oh, my law. Captain! Captain! That's the minister! Mr. Clark!
Hi, baby.
Oh, wow.
So, this is one of the guys who runs the colony, huh?
I love you.
Small room for a big shot.
Yummy.
If this is about another Aetherwave clip or radio spot, you may kindly fuck off, as the parlance goes. I'm not doing any more.
Well, I actually had a package.
Drugs, of course. What else would it be? I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods.
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that be all, then?
Well, I have a package here.
Process of elimination. The only other person with access? Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. You are a quick study, indeed.
Thanks.
I've long suspected Rockwell of transacting business in my name, but this proves it.
Yeah, sure. It's always someone else who ordered the hookers and energizing ointment.
Oh, baby, I want you.
This is important. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This all feels off, Captain. Like when there's a storm coming, but everything's quiet and still.
Believe me, things have been off around here for a very, very long time. A reckoning is most certainly due.
It typically is.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business, and it rarely pays.
God, I want you.
This is about more than bits. This is about the survival of the colony. If you don't help, who will? Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter.
The dissident is here.
Halcyon Holdings Corporation, the collective of companies that run the colony together. Allegedly in partnership with the Earth Directorate and appointed Minister of Earth. Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most important corporate and government facilities are. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suite.
It's good to know that people that are enemies of certain states have access to certain states.
The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here.
Can I give him his package yet?
Why, indeed. I know so little about you, much less your...
I have a package for him. I should give it to him. I feel bad.
I'm afraid I don't have many options, confined as I am. Besides, I've nothing to lose. If you're looking into Rockwell, I can only hope you're also looking out for Halcyon. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help.
You're awful trusting for a guy who's been locked in his own house for years.
I want to be locked in my house with you, Ellie.
It is our best hope. Even Rockwell's resources are no match. And it is hardly in their interest to let Halcyon crash. Perhaps there is hope after all. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis District.
Got a package for him. Can't I just deliver his package? Alright, anyway, so... Hi, baby. Let's go take care of that now. I'll be back in a minute.